course. All right. So, Alex, how about we start with a little bit about you, what you do, where you are, just a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am Polish like you, and I live in Spain, as
Like
you
me.
do. Yes, so yes, we are kind of neighbors. Yes, I live in Spain. I'm blessed to be living in this wonderful country, and it was once a dream. Now over 4 years, like 4.5 years, it's a reality. So I always say that, when people ask me why did you move to Spain, I always say why not.
Yes.
Yes, especially because before I was living in Dublin, I was living in London. So like weather in Spain is better, guys. I'm telling you for sure. And what do? I have a couple of businesses. So I help female entrepreneurs get consistent flow of clients and money in their business. And I do that mainly through the power of webinars, challenges, and online events. And I also have a second business where I help ambitious professionals in their careers. So to land their dream jobs, get promoted, and smash their job interviews. So this is what I do.
I love that. Where was the confident coaching? I don't know why I got that.
Yeah, well, that's true, actually. Yes, I am the confidence coach as well as I am the confidence coach and business career mentor, because like confidence is the underlying source.
Yeah.
Confidence, mindset, self-concept, self-image, however we want to call it, is like the underlying source, and secret sauce of it all. In
That's right.
business, in life, in career, in anything you do. Well, you know that. Yes, you are the
Yes,
mindset
oh
coach.
yeah, totally. Listen, we both know it. So, Alex, tell us what was going on for you when we met for the first time and what inspired you to join me.
Well, I always say that, when we met, I was actually not in a very comfortable place in my life. Well, actually, a month earlier, before I met you, together with my husband, we lost quite a bit of money, Well, all of our savings through the investment. And we lost it all. Well, maybe we will get it back, fingers crossed, but we lost it. And I was in the position that actually, the budget that we had planned for the year was like didn't exist.
Yes.
We needed to like figure out like what to do, and many things like collapsed actually. So to be quite honest, in order to invest in your program, it was the worst. It could be for many people like the worst moment, but for me it was the best, because I said to myself, like, hold on a minute, this is not the first time I'm losing money, right? Not necessarily for the investment, but there's some pattern. So hold on a second, something is not right here. Let me identify what's going on, and I would like to close this chapter forever. And I actually want to change the way how I operate, because definitely I'm doing something that is not working. Plus, also, as I was like building my business and I was working very hard, putting a lot of work, a lot of hours, but the results were not really there. And I was like, what's the point? Yes. So actually, I wanted to learn how to do it with ease, how
Yeah.
to multiply my income. And I said, of course, I don't have the money, I'm even in debt, but I'm going to find a way. So yeah, so organizing the money was a challenge itself. Yes.
Yeah.
First
We'll
step.
get to that. And it's such a beautiful story, it kind of repeats itself. Many of our clients who do success story interviews had to organize money, had to stretch themselves, and they had phenomenal results. Like it's just so interesting. Sometimes when you have to stretch yourself to get into the program, you actually have more commitment to do the work, right? And you see results very, very quickly. So, Alex,
100%.
what are some of your biggest wins from thinking into results?
Oh my God, there are so many, like every single month, there are more. So, I've hit my C-type goal. My C-type goal was actually like, 10K, and I actually did like almost 15K last month, which was just unheard of. I still need to pinch. Well, on one hand, I still need to pinch myself, but on the other hand, I rehearsed it so many times in my head that when it happened, it was kind of normal, if you know what I mean. Yes, because you have it. So on one hand it's like, oh my God, you wanted like so much, but when you leave from the desire, from the goal achieved, from the end scene, actually you're just like, yeah, of course it happened, right? Because it was supposed to happen. So I when it comes to like the finances, yes, like the C-type goal, it was even more. But generally, I mean, I increased my prices. I completely pivoted in my business. I launched like programs that I've never had before. I actually started working with a business partner, and we just set up a company just a couple of weeks ago together. So yes, that's another thing. But what I also want to say on a personal level, I mean, I've changed. I'm not like the same person as I was. Well, on one hand, I'm still Alex, but the way how I look at things and how I look at challenges, especially, is just completely different. During the program, I had a lot of like challenges, like life was really happening to me. You know, 1 second. Sorry, this is just my battery. I don't want it to go down. I had like many challenging moments during the program, and I honestly can say that without your support, without the support of the community, I don't know how I would overcome this, because yeah, it was sometimes we had like I had like difficult moments, but I've learned how to navigate it. So even now, when I have challenging moments and problems, whatever, obstacles, I know how to quickly put myself back on track, and I'm not crying for like months or years. I know how to really put myself into the zone, if that makes sense.
I love it. Can we just share, like, I know that you've hit your 15K month. What was the starting point?
Well, I mean, when we actually started working together, I was making around like 2K, sometimes less, sometimes more, depending, yes, on the webinar.
You 7x your income.
Yeah, well, exactly. So, you know, it was not consistent, but like even during the program, I started like, you know, having 5K months, and that started to become like, you know, more and more consistent. And then like, you know, it just happened like, you know, recently, but I don't know. It's I for me, it's just like, I feel like there's 2000 or like 1000 or whatever. It was like lifetime ago. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So beautiful. And are you open to share a little bit about the challenge? Because you actually had a really massive challenge that could have taken you out. And you did go through it and you did keep growing your business. Would you be open to share a little bit about it? I know it's quite personal, but
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I believe that, you know, whatever is personal is universal. And actually, even when I shared it with you, when I was going through that, there were so many people who came to me to offer their support. So basically, when I joined the program, I had like 2 C-type goals, as you had when you started working with Bob. He told you just have 1, you had 2, but I had 2. So I wanted to, like, you know, hit my 10K, and I also wanted to get pregnant for the second time, because I have a son, but then I went through like multiple miscarriages. And then during the program, actually, I did get pregnant, and actually you were supposed to be one of the first people to find out about it, that it was supposed to be like the TIR baby. But I went through the miscarriage again, and I was devastated, of course. And but I don't want to say but this program and the support and the mental work that I've done during this program, it actually helped me to overcome this much faster comparing to the previous times when I went like through the miscarriage. And I don't want to say that, oh, it didn't bother me, you know, it wasn't sad and it wasn't traumatic. Of course it was. And I was angry and I was like, come on, why this happened again? But with all this work here, I was so quickly back on my feet, and I don't have like any resentment. I don't have any regrets. I don't have anything like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? I completely dropped like the attachment. And so like, you know, for me, that was a huge win, because I really went through this so much quicker.
yeah, beautiful. And your business did not collapse.
Exactly. It didn't.
I think this is such a, like, you know, for average entrepreneur who doesn't do this material, it's just incredible. How can you go through miscarriage and your business doesn't fall apart, right? When you wanted it so much, you were like, oh, it has to happen, has to happen. And would you be open to share? I know that last time I interviewed you, you shared such a beautiful lesson about non-attachment. in terms of your actually the financial goal, how like dropping the attachment or what it meant about you literally manifested the goal? Would you be open to share? It was such a beautiful story.
Yeah, I remember I had like something like perception or whatever about me that when I joined the TIR, so if I don't hit my 10K months or if I'm not pregnant, then I'm just a failure, yes, as a woman, as a person, as a human being, as a businesswoman, as everyone. So I had those kind of thoughts in my head and I didn't even realize them. I was not even aware of them until I kind of have a call with you. And you said that actually, like, you know, whether you make like $5 or like, you know, $1 million, it doesn't like mean anything about you. And I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about, right? What do you mean? Like, whether you are pregnant or you are not pregnant, you know, that doesn't define you as a woman, as a person. It's like for me, that was like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? It doesn't mean anything to me. But when I actually digested it, when I actually understood it, and I said, well, of course, it doesn't. Yes, I'm still like the same person. I'm still valuable. I'm still freaking amazing. If I'm convinced that I'm amazing, I am. And whether I hit this income today or tomorrow, it doesn't really matter. But I also decided that, you know, this is done. I'm living in the end. I'm living with my goal fulfilled. And whether it happens next month or in a couple of months' time or whatever, it doesn't matter because I know that it's already happened. And all I need to do is stop resisting and asking when it's going to happen, how it's going to come, how it's going to manifest. I just need to relax, focus on like thinking into results, what I want, and it will come. And it came.
And it came. Yeah, I love it. But you know, that part that you just shared is such a very important component because when we have attached energy, it's pressure and it's not really, it's not unfolding. So when you remove that, it just came naturally. Of course, you did all the work, but it was such a beautiful breakthrough for you. So, Alex, you have achieved so many beautiful results. What do you feel is the biggest transformation as a person? How are you different as today's Alex versus Alex who started TIR?
Oh my God, how so many like things, but what to, I'm different from this perspective that I am unstoppable. Like, honestly, this is actually my song for this year, Unstoppable,
I love it.
by Sia. And I just know what I want, what kind of goals I have. When I was doing like, you know, my vision board for this year, which is by the way, like, you know, on my mobile.
Love it.
I mean, it's like March. I mean, half of those things already happened. Yes, because I just know what I want and I just go for it. And I know it's already happened. And whether, as I'm saying, it's going to come like next month or not, it doesn't matter. I don't really pay that much attention to the external world today. If it's not happening, if it's not, you know, this amount of money on my bank account that I want or whatever, this trip that I planned, because I know that what is happening today is the result of my thinking like yesterday, last month, 2 months ago, whatever. So I know that if I only focus on the results and I'm there, it will come. And if I stop pushing and trying to get it so hard and thinking how it's gonna happen, then, you know, it will happen. Like literally, like, you know, my last month, I would never, ever, ever thought that it would happen this way, how it happened, because it was not even on my radar. When I was even thinking about it. Yes. So you always say that how is none of your business, right? So it's not. Yeah.
So beautiful. So, Alex, let's go to the moment of decision making. So, when you, I love this.
I love this. I love this.
Such a beautiful, because, you know, it just shows how human we are, right? To everybody who's watching. I'm sure you guys can relate. Many of you will relate to this. So, Alex, the moment of making decision, you know, we know how it is. The intuitive mind is like, okay, I feel that she can help me. But then there is thinking why you can't, why not now, circumstances. You had some financial challenges at the same time. What was going on for you in your mind, in your circumstances, and how did you still make the right decision?
I knew that I wanted to do it. I felt it from the first moment I, started listening, like, day one. I just knew that I wanted to do it. And I was just like, praying, come on, please give the price that is kind of normal, whatever normal means. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And then when the price was announced, actually, it doesn't matter what would be the price. I just knew that I wanted to do it. But then I was like, oh my God, like how? So as we already know, I didn't have like any money. I was actually in the financial difficulties at that stage. And I didn't want to speak with my husband because he will tell me that I'm crazy, even though like we've invested a lot, like, in ourselves. But I remember when you said, like, just make a decision first and then try to organize the money. So I said, okay, I'm doing it. I remember I paid, I think, deposit on the credit card. And then I was like, okay, let me organize this money. And that was actually a very hard thing itself, because normally in the past, when we were investing a lot of money with my husband, he was the one organizing money. Yes, either we had some money or he was like, asking someone, or I don't know, we took a loan or whatever. I was like, he was organizing it. But when he told me, like, you're absolutely crazy, you're not doing it. I said, well, I'm doing it. So he was like, okay, so you have to organize the money. And I was like, oh my God, that was so uncomfortable. So actually for me, reaching out to my family and friends and telling them that I need like this amount of money, where actually these people never invested in themselves into high level, like, programs like that, it was a challenge itself. However, I did it. And I got the money, of course, I paid them back like a long time ago already. But for me, that was like I think that for me, making a decision to do it, even though I was in deep SHIT financially, that was the first breakthrough. And the second breakthrough was to actually go through the process of organizing the money. And I got this money and I was so super proud of myself. Yes. So, I believe that, if you want something, you'll find a way, and it was so much worth it. I would do it again if I have the same situation tomorrow.
I love it. And it's just so relatable. There's so many of our clients who maybe did not have resources, or they had some other things in the way. And when you want it, you can figure it out. I mean, sometimes we don't know how to do it ourselves, but we hop on the call with success advisors or with me, and we always figure it out. When your intuition says yes, there's no chance that anything will stop you. So, Alex, we have multiple participants watching us, and we know how it goes. On one side, they might feel I can help them. And then on the other, we have paradigm, we have reasons why not now. And then maybe circumstances, whether it's money, time, or spouse, whatever. What would be your tip to make the best decision that will help them reach their goals in next 6-12 months?
Well, my tip would be just go for it, right? But I know that this is quite obvious. No, I would say, like, honestly, like, why you can say, like, why should I do it? Yes, maybe you've done like other programs and it didn't work out, whatever. I can tell you that I've invested like heavily in myself, and I did a lot of programs, and which were amazing, by the way. I love them all, but thinking into result is completely different from the way how we reprogram our mind internally. So if you have like million of strategies, but something is not clicking, you are doing the hard work, but you don't have like the results that you want. This is like, the program that you are running, like, in your head, and it's not your fault. And even this program is running your behavior right now, not to make this decision, yes, not to do that, or maybe later or whatever. But yes. What if you just ask yourself, what if I actually go for it and I put my work into it, and I will just do everything in order to make it happen? Like, what kind of results you can have, right? Because this is not only for your business, this is for your whole life. You will have wins on so many levels that you don't even imagine at the moment. So I am so super grateful that it happened. That I met you at that time in my life, because so many things have changed since then. And I would just say, like, especially if you feel inside that you want to do it, but you don't know how, just make a decision. I'm doing it. The how will come. Yeah. And you will become resourceful, and it will be already like a breakthrough for you. So, I mean, just go for it. You will not regret that. And it's not only the program, it's also like the community, the people who you are with. I mean, the connections we make, like Eva, her team, like the success advisors, and like all the accountability partners, etc. This is like one big family. And honestly, like, you know, if you need something, these people are going to help you out. And maybe you don't have anybody who is going to lift you up in your life. So you need to create the community that is going to help you do that, right? Because other people, they like complaining, blaming, whatever, criticizing. This is like the 99% of the society. So you actually need to find a group of people who is going to believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself yet, but you will.
Yeah, that is so huge. And I love what you mentioned because, you know, you are actually business strategist. And what you said is pure gold. You know, many entrepreneurs think that, oh, but I have a business coach. But if you're not multiplying your income, then that means your paradigms are stopping you from executing the fantastic strategies that your business coach is teaching you. So maybe you don't take action as much as you would like to, or you take action, but it's still not moving. The income is not moving. And once you shift the paradigms, suddenly all the strategies that the business coach has been teaching you, they're working. And sometimes we even simplify the strategies, right? And we actually do less and we earn more money and we attract fantastic strategies out of nowhere, right? I love this, Alex. And so, guys, I mean, I'm not sure if I need to say anything else. Alex's story is so beautiful and so relatable. I'm pretty sure that many of you related to some parts or the other. The one thing that I will just conclude is you cannot wait to have all the ducks in a row to invest in yourself because it never happens. So if you're someone who, you know, you're waiting to organize the money first, organize the time first, for your kids to go through college first, to finish another course first, this is just your paradigm playing you to stay where you are because it's never the right time. And 6-12 months from now, you're also going to have a reason not to do it. That's how the mind works to keep you where you are. So the question that you really want to ask yourself is, honestly, where do I want to be in the next 6-12 months? Do I want to be in the same spot, dreaming and wanting, but nothing has changed? Or do I want to be at my goal? And if I want to be next 6-12 at my months at my goal, should I start mentorship now? Because, you know, it takes time to build paradigms, 6-12 months to quadruple your income, turn annual into monthly. So if not now, when are you going to start it, right? Really, it's all down to when you want to see results and understanding that if something is stopping you, it's usually the mind trying to keep you safe. It's not reality. Because just like Alex was able to secure the money, even though she had financial challenge, whatever is in the way, if you know that we can help you and you're really committed to hit your goal in the next 6-12 months, there is a way for you to work it out. So if you need to work it out, you know where to find us. So thank you so much, Alex. Guys, the link is in the description of this video. By the way, Alex is also one of our mastermind leaders. So you get to hang out with community like her. It's freaking amazing. So make a decision that you will be proud of in next 6-12 months. Click the link if you're in and join us, and we will see you on the other side. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on the other side. Inside, actually.
Inside.